I'm stuck!
All I did was tell her
What'd you do?
to turn on the light. She started climbing
That's
things.
not how we do this.
This is not
Shannon,
OSHA.
start the episode.
This is not OSHA. Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Hak5. My name is Shannon Morris. Today is a tour of the studio. Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Hak5. My name is Shannon Morris.
I'm Perrin.
This is Perrin.
I'm Darren, that's Perrin.
It gets confusing.
It works really well though.
Yeah.
We know an Aaron, a Saren, a Karen.
A Taryn.
You know a Taryn?
I know Taryn. Oh, and a Sharon.
Hey,
So I think that we should walk them through the different components of the new studio. What do you say? There are 3 different components. The first one is going to be your lighting, and then the second one is your video, and then number 3, of course, is the audio, because if you can't hear us talk, there's no point in doing a video show, right?
right, and if you can't plug a shotgun microphone into your phone to do a vlog, then you must have a Pixel 2.
I know what you're thinking. Oh gosh, as I fall. What was it?
This place is pretty lit.
This place is pretty lit. Okay. Oh gosh, I'm gonna fall. I know what you're thinking. This place is pretty lit, right? So we have a whole bunch of different lighting components that go into a set. There's the background lighting that goes on behind us, which is on the wall, and that's what you will see with these American DJ lights that have different color combinations depending on which show we do. We also have edge lighting, which is a normal panel light that hits along the back of our heads that gives us kind of a nice halo effect and makes us stand out from the wall. You also have key and fill, which are the lights that go in front of us and fill in any kind of shadows that you would see on our front sides. What does that mean?
It's that light right there. No, in the camera. Boop, 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 boop.
This DMX controller will make you lose your mind, and we are able to pre-program this so that it has a whole bunch of different color combinations based on what kind of show that we are doing. These are the panel lights that we are using to give us the fill light and the key light so you don't see a bunch of crazy hard shadows on our faces. And we bought all of these from Newer and Flow Light. And because we are in California on a fault line and we get tons of earthquakes, we have cable tethers, which enable these to stay where they are as opposed to falling on our heads.
We're using DSLRs as opposed to traditional video cameras because it allows us to get aftermarket lenses. In this case, we've got these nice lenses that give us a nice depth of field. They've got a high aperture, and we also get a clean HDMI video signal out of the camera, which is nice. That's pretty much it. This one in particular is our wide camera, and the special thing about it is that we split the HDMI source so that if anybody is podcasting in here, they can just grab this guy here. And if you don't have one of these, if you're looking for a good solution to get a nice clean video source into a computer, this by Magewell, this USB capture, is fantastic. It basically takes an HDMI in and gives you a USB 3 that shows up as a webcam in Windows and Linux. I haven't tried it in Mac, I'm sure it works as well. And it's 1080p and it looks pretty good. And this is by Blackmagic. This is the ATM, and this will accept inputs over HDMI and SDI, and through that we can switch the cameras, and it goes to this box right here, which allows us to choose the various different cameras. And ooh, fades. We could do star wipes. We don't do star wipes. Now the last bit of the camera equipment is how we get the video signals in from our computers over to the show, which is by using something called a scalar. So these guys right here take in input sources over anything from VGA to DVI, HDMI, and even composite and component video, and it scales them to the 1080i60 signal that our Blackmagic video switcher is expecting. Did you lock yourself out?
So the last thing that we have on our podcasting studio is, of course, the audio, and we start off with these Sennheiser transmitters. So these basically send a wireless signal from our person while we wear them on the studio set over to these receivers. And the receivers, of course, are Sennheisers as well. Each of these receivers separates the frequency for each of the different channels of audio, and those reach out to the mixer. And the mixer, of course, is where I can turn up my audio just a little bit because I tend to talk a little bit quieter than the dudes do. That gets sent over to a limiter, which keeps us from getting too high. And last, we have these two sharks. So the sharks delay the audio by 3 to 4 frames or so, just to make sure that the audio and the video end up syncing together and we don't end up out of sync.
And that's how you podcast. Oh my god, I wasn't recording the whole time. And that's how you record a podcast. And that's how you record a podcast.
Perrin, that was my line.
You start by hitting the record button. If you don't, it turns out none of it gets recorded. Don't ask us how we know. Also, we're in Oakland now, and if you want to come to our Hak5 happy hours,
Hak5.org/Oakland.
and if you're wanting to get in on that, you might be able to play our very favorite game, Capture the Cocktail. It's a packet sniffing drinking game.
Really?
Yeah, we're in Oakland now. Hello.
That's awesome.
I'm Darren Kitchen.
I'm Shannon Morse.
Trusty Technologist. Diamond Club.